Hello guys, I'm doing a If My Heart Had Wings stream. Let's get started. Continue. I don't want to make the mistake of starting a new game. Sorry I'm late. Kotori, do you feel better now? Yes, thankfully. I see, I was worried about you. Kotori went past the homeroom teacher who seemed bewildered that she had come to school all of a sudden. Then, still in her wheelchair, arrived at her desk. The desk right in front of her, at the front, was the only one that didn't have a chair. Everyone looked on, puzzled. I'm not an animal in a zoo. Clearly. Now that Kotori was in school, she started her cool allure routine again. She concentrated during the lessons and answered the teacher's questions easily when asked. It seems like her grades in regular subjects are top class. During recess, she sat at her desk reading a book or going off somewhere. She didn't try to talk to anyone, and even if Agatha tried to speak to her, she acted like she hadn't noticed. The other girls in the class looked like they were worried about how they should treat her and watched her from a distance. During gym class, the way she looked on, bored, left an impression on me. She always looked like she was all alone and didn't seem to be enjoying herself very much. Aw, that's sad. Hey, Kotori. Urk! At lunchtime, I found Kotori carrying her bag, about to leave the classroom, and I chased her down the hallway. It's lunchtime, you know. What are you doing? Whoosh! Suddenly, Kotori dashed away at an unbelievable speed. What? Hey! In the heat of the moment, I tried to chase her, but I thought I would bump into passing students, and I was too slow to start moving. In the meantime, Kotori had already gone inside the elevator. According to school rules, most students are not allowed to use the elevator. But it would make sense for Kotori to use it because she's a disabled person. So it would make sense for her to use that. It was only supposed to be used by workers or teachers carrying big loads or disabled students like Kotori. Yeah. Like I said. Even so, I chased after her only for the doors to close mercilessly in front of me. Through the glass, the one with the self-proclaimed cool allure stuck her tongue out and headed to the floor below as I stood and watched. You're not getting away! Chasing after her. Huff, puff, puff. I ran and made it to the school gates. She was holding her bag. It seemed like she was trying to leave early, so I went to cut her off. However, I can't deny the possibility that her lunch is in the bag. Maybe I got the wrong idea. If that's not it, then what could be the problem? What could be the problem? I don't know, you chasing her, maybe? Bam! I was crashed into by something in the back, in other words, from outside school gates. Arg! Whoa! Ouch! What was that? I got up and felt like I was crawling out from under an avalanche. I'm sorry, but I couldn't see ahead of me because of this box I was carrying. Oh. I looked at her as I got up without thinking. I thought I was going to say the super repeat student, but I held my tongue. How about you? You're not hurt, are you? I'm alright. I see. That's good. That's very good. As she says that the super repeating super senior holds on to the big cardboard box. That's kind of a tongue twister. Up. My stomach. She went to lift it up, but the senior Amane Mochizuki slumped down exhausted. Due to an empty stomach, my short-term performance has been significantly reduced. I'll help you carry it. Huh? It's so heavy. The big cardboard box is incredibly heavy. It's fine, I can carry it by myself. Come on, it's no big deal, I said as I went to pick it up anyway. Ooh, thanks. Is this okay here? I don't know what's in it, but we put the heavy cardboard box on the floor. Sorry about that, thanks for helping. No problemo. It's alright. Anyway, Senior, if you're hungry... She was staring towards the inside of the garage. Senior? I found myself copying her and looking in the same direction. Inside was Katori. What? How's Katori even in there? What's she doing here? She's by the big thing placed in the center of the garbage and is trying to lift up the sheet to see what's underneath. Are you interested in that? Katori is surprised when a man speaks to her. Gulp. Katori seems intimidated and nods. Amane vigorously pulls back the sheet. Inside is a white streamlined aircraft. How do I... Oh, never... Oh, my thing was blocking it. Hold on, I'm gonna let a couple more people know that I'm streaming. Alright, I don't know why I paused it. I have no idea why I even bothered to pause it. I just said the exact same message, what the heck. Anyways, we will be back. Alright, woo! I'll have people finally join me, so that I'm not lonely. I say, wow, as I let a small surprise sound slip out. Could this be a glider? Why do they have a glider in there? Yes, it is. It is definitely a so-called glider. Amane nods and Katori cautiously moved her head closer to the aircraft. Even in the dimly lit garage, the glider's white body has a glossy shine to it and faintly reflected Katori's face. Why does it reflect Katori's face somehow? Hi, Velocity! I didn't notice you. Almost. Kinda. I didn't notice the comment, if that makes sense. Oh boy. Anyways, I move closer, taking a closer look. Is this the one that we saw from Windmill Hill? Is it? Yeah, it could be. The smooth surface looks like it was made from plastic, however, it's hard to the touch. The wings have been removed, and for now, it was just the body. So, I'm wondering if Amane is building some sort of aircraft ship. So this is what the cockpit's like. It's fine. Alright. Well, thank you for joining us on this wonderful, If My Heart Had Wings string. I'm pretty sure you're the only one at the moment. Yep. Anyways, they're all speechless. Huh? We'd started talking to each other at some point, but then finally realized who it was we were talking to. Hey you, why were you running away just now? She calmly ignores my question, but then hurriedly tries to escape, so I go ahead and block her. I won't let you get away. I won't let you get away that easily, silly girl. What did you come here for? You're not here to eat lunch, are you? Your subscribers must be dead. Probably. I mean, some of them are from my school, but Probably. There was some mean guy guarding the school gates, so I came to hide in here. So she really was trying to leave early. Trying to skip school now, are we? Do you know her? Amane was listening carefully to our conversation. Alright. Slurp, slurp, munch, munch. This tastes good. Amane was wolfing down a Napolitan pasta lunchbox, and Katori and I both had a face that seemed to say, whoa, and looked on in amazement. Why would we say, whoa? Well, to see such a beautiful girl do something like that, I feel really disappointed. Oh, she didn't know that when she was eating ice cream like a crazy idiot, I had the same reaction when I was watching her. By the way, the thing that Amane was eating was the lunchbox that I had brought. As usual, the boarders hadn't eaten the breakfast I had made for them, so I packed it as my lunch. I had made 2 lunch boxes. One was for me. Obviously, it's not like one was for the teacher and the other one was for another student. As for the other one, I thought that if Katori was going to school, she might have found it difficult at lunchtime, so I was worried about her and brought another lunch box. It's a good thing to do, kids. That's why I was chasing her. If she didn't need it, I thought that I might eat them both myself, but she ran away before I could ask her. But is this okay for me to eat your whole lunchbox? Asked Amane, although she'd already eaten most of it before asking. You've already eaten most of it, so I might as well just give it to you now. I've already eaten my one. I'm tired. So, I'll see it in a bit. Okay. Good to know. So, how has your day been so far, Velocity? I'm still in school. It's my last week. The lines are kind of hilarious and confusing for me. I don't know why, lol. Yeah, I think it was, like, translated from Japanese or something. I don't know for sure. But they definitely are hilarious. Yeah, so as I said, I'm still in school. This is my last week before my spring break, which is not very long. And I'm spending most of it at my grandparents'. Amane stopped moving her chopsticks and took a good look at my face. Could it be that you're the person who gave me that bread yesterday? Yes! Who else gave you the bread? Some ghost? Of course it was me. You've only just realized. Oh my goodness. She only just realized that it was me. I'm beyond confused. Well, I was concentrating on something yesterday. She really is weird. Oh, I see. So, this is the second time you've saved me. She looked at me with eyes that sparkled like a little kid's. Aww. Yeah. So, how's your day been, Velocity? Is it good? If she were a dog, her tail would definitely be wagging like crazy. I'm fine, I'm already on my spring break. You're lucky. You're lucky. I still have to go to school, but thankfully I'm off on Friday, so yeah, but I'm spending most of my spring break at my grandparents' anyways, so yeah. I received that bread from you approximately 20 hours ago. Prior to that, the last meal I had eaten was roughly 70 hours earlier. Is that like 3 to 4 days? Holy cow. I counted on my fingers. If there are 24 hours in a day, that's 3 days ago. So she's been starving. I went to Taiyuken and ate pork ramen with all the toppings. The soup was rich and delicious. Delicious. Wow, I can't speak. She recalls this and her face looks like she's about to start drooling. Why don't you eat? Are you on a diet? I forgot. Huh? When I'm thinking about something, I forget about everything else. That's because I'm stupid. Oh boy. This is like Doki Doki Literature Club, lol. I've never played Doki Doki Literature Club, but I've heard of it. My friends have played it, and they say it's pretty good. I'm not sure if I should play it though, because apparently if like people message retraced. Apparently I think it says at the beginning of the game, if like people with anxiety or depression are playing this game, then they probably shouldn't, or something like that. And unfortunately, I'm the one that has anxiety, so I probably should avoid it. Are you building this glider? Yeah. Are you doing that here? The Soaring Club uses this garage as a clubhouse. Soaring Club? I wasn't familiar with that name. What's soaring? Soaring is to fly a glider by riding the rising air currents. Sorry, I messed up the text flow. It's fine. It's alright. Flying a glider by riding the rising air currents. I kind of get it, but on the other hand, I don't get it. I definitely don't either. So the aim of the club is to make and fly a glider. Well, yeah, that's right. You could have just explained it that way, to be fair. She really could have just explained it that way. Hi, I'm CSM the game. How are you? A glider is like an airplane, isn't it? It's something is something you can make yourself. Yeah, I can make it. Besides, it's a man-made object. There's no reason why you can't make it, right? I have a feeling that's not what she's asking. However, Amane answered the question in all seriousness. How do you make it? Well, rather than explaining it, it's quicker if you actually make one yourself. So she's just like, yeah, instead of explaining it, I'm just gonna have you do it yourself. Hold on a moment, I said as Amane slurped up the last of the Napolitan with extremely bad manners. Wiping round her mouth with a tissue, she started rummaging through a desk drawer. Where'd that thing go? Peeking inside the drawer, somehow I get the impression that Amane is a typical disorganized person. Rather than things being put away, it was more like they were stuffed in. That explains me dearly. Oh, here it is. This is it. The thing that Amane had taken out was a paper airplane construction kit made using cardboard. That sounds like a really cool idea. Okay, try making one. Without thinking, Katori and I looked at each other. I feel that manufacturing a glider and making a paper airplane are completely different things. But for now, I'll try doing as she says. Using glue and a craft knife, in about 10 minutes, we had finished the paper plane. Now, I want to see it. Does it look cool? Finished! All done. Well, that looks cool. That is much better than what I can do. I cannot make a paper airplane for my life. Amane takes the plane that Katori had made and takes a good look. Then she threw it. Whee! Whee! The paper airplane floated gently as it flew and landed near the wall on the other side of the garage. It flew straight forward very nicely. It's a good plane. Katori seemed embarrassed at being complimented. Oh, don't be embarrassed. Please don't be embarrassed. Come on, don't freeze. Please don't freeze. Oh, whatever. There are many types of airplane. There are jumbo jets, small Cessnas, fighter planes. Then there are paper airplanes like the ones you just threw. But all of them fly based on the same principle. Paper airplanes and jumbo jets are the same? I didn't know that at all. I'll save this real quick so that if the game crashes, we don't lose our progress. Yes, the principles are the same, using their wings to float on the air in order to fly. stating the whole, if my heart had wings thing, I assume. Kotori and I both tilted our heads in puzzlement. We both had a skeptical look on our faces. I can understand that a light paper airplane can fly by riding the wind, but it's hard to imagine that a giant hunk of metal can float in the sky on the same principle. On the other hand, everything is the same. Here we have the principles of flight. Regular airplanes are made from mostly the same parts as this. First, there's the body. Next are the main wings. The horizontal tailplane. The vertical tailplane. Then, there are a few airplanes that have a somewhat quirky shape, but even in those cases, they still have mostly the same parts. That is good. When she puts it like that, I guess she's right. I've never paid that much attention to it, though. By the way, do you know how an airplane floats in the air? Because it has lift. That's right, like the force of a fluid moving over a wing, lift is said to be the vertical component in accordance with the direction of the flow. I look baffled again, and Amane smiles a little and rephrases it. In other words, it's the force that makes the wings float up on the air. Lift is created here on the main wings. When air hits the wings from the front, the air flow divides going over and under the wings. I can just imagine the wings cutting the air like a blade. At that time, there's a difference in the speed of the airflow above and below the wing, and the pressure drops on the side that has the faster airflow. That's Bernoulli's theorem, Amane nods. Standing beside her, I'm a little freaked out as she so easily comes out with a word like Bernoulli. What the heck is that? We were taught that in class, right? We didn't learn that at my school. Maybe. By doing this, the pressure on the lower side is higher in comparison, and then the air lifts the wings up. The air lifts the wings up. It's a phenomenon that's hard to suddenly imagine. So that's Bernoulli's theorem. Amane nods as if to say yes. There's one more thing. The air flowing over the top of the wing bends downwards because of the wing's surface, causing downforce behind it. As she explains, Amane is drawing at a cross-section of the wing. According to that, an airplane's wings are flat at the bottom and the top is shaped like a mountain, so it seems like it's semicircular. Apparently the air on the upper side flows along the raised curved surface and then bends to flow downwards. Bleh. I cannot speak today for the love of my life. As for the question, I accidentally skipped it, or so it would seem. The downforce, according to Newton's third law, causes the same reaction on the wing which lifts it in an upward direction. However, airplanes do actually fly in the sky. The main wings that create the lifts are the parts necessary to make the airplane fly in the sky. I don't know if I understood that or not. I probably didn't either. However, I understood that the main wings are the most important part. Next are the tail planes, of which there are two types, vertical and horizontal. Why do I need to listen to this? What the heck? I see, so that's why they have small wings on their tail. Then there's the body. This doesn't have a direct relationship to flight. But if you don't have this, there's nowhere to attach the wings. Of course. And that is the basic form of an airplane. Finally, we're done with the explanations. That is so long. That hasn't changed since a long time ago, since the era of the Wright brothers. I didn't come here to learn. I always thought that the Wright brothers were the first to fly. If you know the roll of the wings, you should try it on this paper airplane. For example, if you were to bend the vertical tail plane a little like this. The plane that Amane threw curved gently as it flew. Also, if you curve this part of the main wings as a little, she bent the left and right main wings so that they twisted at the back. This time the plane twisted as it flew. Hey, that's pretty interesting. It actually is. Seeing this, Kotori started to adjust the tail plane on her own paper airplane. Watch this! Full of confidence, Kotori threw her paper airplane. Whoa! Ah! It did a beautiful loop-the-loop before landing. Aw, that's cool. It did a loop-the-loop. This paper airplane is really interesting. Kotori and I both got really engrossed in adjusting the wings and playing around. Sometimes the paper airplanes displayed some mid-air aerobatics, and other times they didn't fly at all and crashed into the ground. However, by trying it for ourselves, we were able to get a real understanding of the roll of the wings. I'm gonna stop the live stream here. If you guys enjoyed this live stream and would like to see more created by me, if you want to see more live streams and more videos and whatnot, then please hit the subscribe button to stay notified. Also, if you want to stay notified, then have the bell on, because that helps. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time, either in a video or in a live stream. Bye.